Smart, smart, do. We are the children, the children of God. Come, come, come. We change our world. We have what it takes to do it smart and make it smart. Welcome to our Smart Do.
Hello, Class 8 candidates. Welcome again to today's lesson. Today we are going to look at how to share using ratios. In the previous lesson, we looked at ratios and proportions. We looked at how to simplify ratios, how to write ratios as fractions and fractions as ratios. So today I want us to work out questions involving sharing using ratios. Then, for example, you are told the ratio of cows to sheep in a farm. The ratio of cows to sheep in a farm is 3:2. The ratio of cows to sheep in a farm is 3:2. If there are 21 cows in the farm, how many sheep are in that farm? The ratio of cows to sheep in a farm is 3:2. If there are 21 cows in that farm, how many sheep are in that farm? How many sheep are in that farm? So in this question, first we have to identify what the quantities 2 and 3 represent. So we are told it is cows to sheep. So we start with the cows is to sheep. We have to write that question into statement form. So cows to sheep is 3:2. That means for every 3 cows in that farm, there are 2 sheep. That is what now this ratio means. Then we are told the number of cows in this farm is 21. So 3 will represent 21. So there are 2 various ways of working out this question. You can ask yourself, if 3 represents 21 animals, what about 2 will represent how many animals? Then we cross multiply. So we will be having 2 times 21 divided by 3 to get the number of sheep. So by 3, 1 by 3, 7. So you will be having 14 cows. 14 sheep. That is one way of working out. You can still use another method of writing them as fractions. So the ratio of cows to sheep is 3:2. If there are 21 cows, so get the total ratio. This is another method. The total ratio whereby you add 3 plus 2 is equals to 5. You get the total ratio, which is 5. So there are in every 3 cows there are 2 sheep. So this means that the fraction of the number of cows in that farm is 3/5. 3/5. That is the fraction. Express the number of cows as a fraction. That is 3/5. Then express the number of sheep as a fraction. It will be 2 over the total ratio, which is 2/5. Then, having expressed the ratios as fractions, we will not say 3/2 and 2/3. No, we will take the 3 over the total ratio. The total ratio, you add the 2 plus 3, you get 5. So the fraction of the cows, the fraction representing the number of cows is 3/2. And the fraction representing the number of sheep is 2/5. 3/5 and 2/5. Then you go to the representation. You ask yourself, if 3/5 represents 21 animals, what about 2/5 will represent how many animals? From there we cross multiply. So we'll be having 2/5 times 21 divided by 3/5. So you know what we said about division of fractions. So we write this one as 2/5 times 21. Change the division sign to multiplication. Then you multiply by the reciprocal, 5/3. So we simplify by 5, 1 by 5, 1 by 3, 1 by 3, 7. 3 times 7 you get 14. The same answer. So that is how we work out sharing using ratios. I give you another example. We share using ratios. Yeah, you are told in a garage the ratio of cars to buses is 8:5. In a garage, the ratio of cars to buses is 8:5. In a garage, the ratio of cars to buses is 8:5. How many vehicles are there in that garage? If there are 18 more cars than buses. How many vehicles are in that garage? If there are 18 more cars than buses. I read the question again so that you get it clearly. You are told in a garage the ratio of cars to buses is 8:5. How many vehicles are in that garage if there are 18 more cars than buses? There are 18 more cars than buses. So how do we approach this equation? You write the ratios as there are cars to buses. So you write cars is to buses. The ratio 8:5. The ratio of cars to buses in that garage is 8:5. Then you are told there are 18 more cars than buses. So what quantity represents 18 in the ratio? Get the difference. The difference between 8 and 5 is, so you write 8 minus 5, which is equals to 3. So 3 will represent 18. Because you are told there are 18 more cars than buses. That means the difference between the number of cars and the number of buses is 18. So that is why we are taking 8 minus 5, because the ratio is 8:5. So we take 8 minus 5, which is 3. So that means 3 will represent 18 vehicles. The question is asking us, how many vehicles are in that garage? So the number of vehicles in that garage will represent the total ratio. The number of vehicles in that garage will represent the total ratio. So what is the total ratio? We say the total ratio is 8 plus 5, which is 13. 8 plus 5, which is 13 is the total ratio. So using this statement, there are 18 more vehicles, 18 more cars than buses. That is, the difference between the number of cars and the number of buses, which is 3, will represent 18. What about the total ratio? What about 13? 13 will represent the total number of vehicles in that garage. So 13 will represent what we cross multiply. So we say that it is 13 times 18 divided by 3. We multiply 13 times 18, then we divide by 3. So by 3, 1 by 3, 6. So 13 times 6, which is, this is 18, 78. So there are 78 vehicles in that garage. So that is how we work out questions involving sharing using ratio. Thank you.